Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we need to make up for that tough loss last mission. Tomas, Terrible, Enriquez, this next mission, this base defense, which I'm assuming will be our next mission, is for you. And that's our third tough loss we've taken on this episode, this series, this playthrough. It's getting tough, and we have a long way to go yet. So let's focus now. Now, like I said, we're expecting a Phoenix, Alaska base attack in 12 hours. I went over there and I actually disembarked everybody just to make sure Citizen Andrew and the rest of the team are all on the ground in the base, ready to go. I also then went in and made sure everybody was fully equipped, which is a good thing because a lot of us were still stripped down a light for a scavenge mission, which is what we do for scavenge missions. Well, we're fully loaded now. We are ready for a base assault, and about the only thing I need to change over there is I think we're probably missing a purification grenade or two, if I can get down here to it. It's always nice to have a couple of these in the back pocket, just in case. And we can definitely afford to build them with our current situation. So, in fact, third one's a charm, right? We'll have 3. I'm just going to go quickly back into the personnel down at our base. And as you can see, here we are. We've offloaded. We have Bioklonic, Siren Black, Skidoo, Robbie Zasso, Joe Expendable Average, Jerry Stray Catkins, Joshua Coolio J. Payne, Citizen Andrew, and GP that will all be out on this mission. Now, those that have speed, so Jerry Stray Catkins, I'm probably looking at throwing one on you. In fact, we'll have it equipped right from the start. And we aren't going to be sure who is the one that gets close enough to the opening should we need it. Skidoo, you seem like a logical, speedy choice to be able to carry one also. And I'm also Soren Black, you're the dashing individual here. You're probably appropriate for you to also have one because you could easily, or hopefully, be able to dash into position to get one thrown. So I think we got our last little detail ready for the base defense, and we'll be ready to go. Now, as far as this team, we're flying back to the base. We have some stamina issues that need recovering, and before we get there, we have a promotion. At least something positive came out of this mission, and we got a promotion. And you're up to a level 7, so rapid clearance, which is slightly nerfed and different than we're used to. Here, rapid clearance until the end of the turn. After killing an enemy, the next attack cost is minus 2 AP. So you don't keep gaining AP. The future attacks have reduced AP. So what I'm going to start with is I'm starting with Battle Hardened just to get all the stats, plus 2 to all primary stats, extra accuracy, and extra perception. We'll come back for some of these others we've passed up. I like that stat adjustment. Too good. It's too good to pass up in my eyes. So there we go. Congratulations, this guy. We're going to fly these ships back up here. What I'm thinking afterwards is I'm not going to go directly down to the lair. We'll find out if that comes back to bite us or not by them continually evolving because of that. I want to kind of wait for this research to finish so we have some options for, albeit risky and not without risk, a treatment for our delirium, at least for those that have it the worst, to try and offset some of that. And pretty soon after that, we can start looking at potential mutoids to help us out for those areas where, we don't want to take on more delirium. We can send in some mutoids where it doesn't really matter. So we got some things going. We also got our cybernetics lab done in 2 more days, a mutation lab done in 2 more days. So we got a lot of things that are going to help us either combat or deal with in a positive way, like the mutations, with the delirium. So I'm feeling frustrated at the moment with the difficulty curve that we've hit, but I do see a light at the end of the tunnel with some of these researches and buildings that will be coming online shortly. So let's just send this team, first of all, the Machine Hater, and then Manticore 1. We'll get you over there too. And after that, the one I'm thinking about doing is actually right up here. I'm thinking about then doing the Seeking the Firebird mission. I think the first part, and it used to be a 2-part sequence in the olden days. After this one, you do the Abdon Tusk, the Pirate King thing, but they've changed so that we don't have that Pirate King mission following. So I'm going off memory, I can't recall. I'm sure somebody will clue me in. I think this mission could involve bandits. And right now, bandits versus Pandorans, bandits sound a heck of a lot better. Let me know if you know if I'm mistaken, but that's why. I want to break from Pandorans, and Touched by the Void is why my thinking has gone that way. And then over here, we have our 2 ships flying down for the flyers off the Behemoth, but I went into, just because I didn't notice the flyer anywhere around, and we got the message here. If we come down somewhere down here, Pandoran raid flight successfully intercepted. So I think that flyer we saw probably chose to go to a base like this that had a New Jericho airship there, and it got shot down. So that gives us a little extra time to get ourselves in position now here to try taking on flyers. And this guy seems to slowly be going out to sea. So I don't know if he's kind of heading up this way eventually or what the heck he's got on his mind. I know I've not had it actually happen in my games, but I know and I'm aware of that the Behemoth has the ability to cross the ocean and do a thing like that. So I really want to keep my eye on that Behemoth. And then finally, we got our team at the base. So we're just going to advance some time here and see what we can do. After that, I did find a heavy out on the map. So the person we've been waiting to get a heavy for, as long as our base defense is successful, I'm going to try and head over there and pick that up also. All right, we've made it back to the base here. One thing we're going to have to do is out of the base, I need to pick up an individual to add and make up for our losses here. We don't want to have to be going out with a less than complete team. So Phoenix, North Africa, we lost an assault, and just to keep it balanced, because we have some of these other classes already, I'm going with another assault, and you're getting on the Manticore 1. All right, so we'll stick here a little bit longer till we get some more stamina picked up for both the Manticore 1 and, look at all that, there's 4 of us that lost limbs and therefore got our stamina down to 0. So we'll let that go on, and in about 8 hours, we got ourselves a base assault.
Research complete.
All right, so we got our Specimen 2 research done. Now let's see what this unlocks. So we may have one more research yet before we can start working on the treatment. Let's find out. Oh, it's just a Vita grenade. Vita Vegemin when I see this one. Those of you not in the U.S. may not know I Love Lucy, but it's a great skit, great episode. Let's see. So I don't know where I need to go to look. Well, I mean, we'll put that in the queue. I'm not gonna move it up, but let's get into personnel here and just take a peek. Yes, look at this. We have experimental treatment now available for our teams. Before I just jump in and do it, I'm going to probably wait till the base defense is done. I don't think will is critical, and I may have a few. We'll take a look. Everybody's not gonna get the treatment. First of all, I want to say that we're gonna try and prioritize those that have it the worst. So it may look like someone is circled here, but if that's only because they're low will and they only have a few points of delirium, I'm probably not going to spend the treatment or try the treatment on that kind of a person. We may augment, or we may mutate, try some different things there. The ones I'm going to try the experimental treatment on first are the ones that are at like 19 delirium. I think we might even have somebody that high. At least it feels that way. So those are the ones I'm going to prioritize for the treatment. And then we'll start learning what the potential side effects could be. So let's just keep things moving. And our airships have made it here. The behemoth has turned around. So I do believe we will fly down here to South America. In fact, we'll choose this haven. We really don't know where the flyers are going to go. So we're going to try and get central here. We're going to come down here with the Aurora and the Nikolai Carpathia, and just kind of keep ourselves centrally located and just keep our eyes open for a flyer announcement. And 3 hours till we're attacked. And I saw a flyer come off. It kind of looked like a Barrett, but guess what? We have something else to deal with right now. Okay. Some of us are on the balconies. We'll find out if those are the correct individuals on the balconies. And we are looking at a resurrector. Okay, so a resurrector in my mind is okay to kind of deal with. I don't mind some corpses coming to life. I just don't want fresh bodies to increase the overall enemy count. That is a little disturbing to me when that happens. And we might actually have an initial line of fire from our snipers that we have sitting down on the ground. The only risk in doing that is they may have their own snipers that are going to be shooting back at us. But I think just for the chance to get some hurt on an Acheron, I just may take up that chance. And yeah, we'll be able to get both of you with some potential shots on the Acheron. So let's start out. We'll be keeping our guys exposed. And do I have... No, I do not have... I was looking, do I have a priest? Or do I have somebody with the priest helmet on? Yes, we do. The priest helmet we do have. Let's just see how far the circle of frenzy reaches, and it looks like it reaches just about everybody but you, and it's probably not going to be a big deal. Coolio, I mean, is this Coolio J down here? If it doesn't reach you this first turn, but I think we're going to do it. Because you're not badly positioned, to be quite honest. So we're going to do the snipe shots on the Acheron and at least start hurting this bugger.
Let's have a look.
And I'm going to kind of focus here to give me, focusing on the leg, but not totally centered on the leg because I don't want to miss. I at least want to hit it somewhere. And guess what? I shouldn't have expected you to miss, GP. Sorry about the doubt. And then I'm going to bring you over here, Robbie Zasso, and see if you can follow up with a nice solid hit.
I'm repositioning.
We've at least slowed the thing down so it can't do its crazy leaping business.
Acquiring targets.
Yeah, and you have the heavy hitting thing, and we're just going straight on into the husk. Like I said, we just wanted to start out with some hits. We will have the ability to overwatch with you, GP, and look at that. I cannot quite make it to cover over here, so I may just keep you there overwatching, at least to start out. We do have, yeah, it is Coolio J. I thought it was you, and we are gonna probably get you near the opening here. And the other option, yeah, we're just gonna get you near the opening. I don't know that you have, you have no grenades, but to have you offset from the opening with your big gun, and I don't think I need to get you any closer just in case someone can make it out, but to have your big gun available right there near the opening makes me feel good.
They can't stop me.
All right, and the rest of us have some work to do. And one of that little bit of work that we have to do over here is to dash you down. And I'm thinking of just dashing you in here into this corner so you're out of sight, but yet close enough. Oh, you're not out of sight. You fortunately for us found a couple mine fraggers off in the distance. So I just might want to risk you also taking a single hit and chucking this first.
Let's see now.
I would rather, though, get it farther in there. So who else? I gave some assaults. I also gave some assaults the same grenade. You can get a little farther with it. We're risking hits. That's the name of the game. We're soldiers. We don't move based on the unknown. We're gonna potentially take a hit from a sniper, but we have healing options also today. So let's get up here and get the first grenade in there a little bit farther. Yeah, I like the idea of getting it farther in there. We can't quite reach the mine fraggers, but I like the depth of this grenade throw. And good luck, mine fraggers, making it through that. Now I can tuck you in over here and get ready for a backup fire grenade if we need it. Now I have options. If I feel I need a grenade in here that could blow away some of the fire, we have backup fire to put back in the opening, yada, yada, yada. I've got a technician over here, and I would love nothing better, and you can throw it. I would love nothing better than get a turret straight away here to be shooting through that opening. That, to me, is a nice start. And then I'm actually going to get you down because your weapon and grenades, etc. Well, you also have healing abilities along with Citizen Andrew. So let's get you down here to better use your weapon. And Jerry, you're going to be another one that's probably well served getting down in here also, especially with a backup purification grenade. And Siren, you're done. You did the first move. GP, we are going to overwatch with you, hopefully in a way that we don't hit our bud in the back. So we're kind of coming out this way. And Citizen Andrew, we definitely, I'm kind of thinking of bringing you off to the side here, so anything comes through, kind of hanging out with Coolio J. Might as well dash you over too. I don't think anybody needed any kind of healing right off the... Oh yes, Skidoo did. Skidoo, we will be helping you. Actually, Joe Expendable needed a little help right off the bat. He's not even full strength. So why don't we make your early job getting everybody back to 100%? Well, I guess we can't quite get far enough, so we're going to get ready to do that. And we'll just park you right there. You're done. Biaclonic. I do like the idea. And how far can you shoot them from where you are? That's good enough for me. I do like the idea of some distraction pieces out here. Should some worst case scenario happen with a charge by the Pandorans through the fire. And there's a Siren out there frenzying these guys up. And so there's the sniper I was worried about. Oh, wow. I'm shocked to see that thing charge into the fire. I'm so used to seeing these Acherons just hang back and kind of chill in the background. We now got the Acheron. I'm bleeding 50. Of course, that's 10 turns of bleeding away. But what do you know? I think what we're going to do is this guy's a little hefty up here. Well, let's take a look at the Siren first before I forget. Frenzy, mind control, acid spray. So there's no screaming head. It's only mind control. So if we kind of can resituate ourselves, she isn't going to be mind controlling us. She can just frenzy these guys up to run through the fire faster and maybe not burn as much. So she is not the scariest of sirens we could have faced, or the more annoying sirens we could have faced on this mission. So thrilled about that. Citizen Andrew, let's heal. And let's start out looking at the first shots that we have here. And I may just go against the biggest target, since we're at distance with you, and just start wearing this guy down. And that's a good wear down. That is a really good wear down. Skidoo, I'm kind of thinking about leaning or sending you back somewhere a little bit because you aren't quite at full strength. But let's see what we can wear down over here. And let's just see exactly what we're dealing with right off the bat. Close quarters evade, so the Spideys won't exactly hurt him that bad. And he is the prime with the spitterhead. We're just used to seeing primes these days. We are used to seeing the primes. And we know there's a sniper out there, so I kind of like the idea of our snipers being at this angle. The only problem is I don't like the idea of not being able to see his claw, because that would be the ideal thing to take off. Let's see. Let's just check out a shot from you, Rabizaso. Yeah, we can get in here at an angle, potentially hitting a shield arm, and then he'd really open him up to others. Well, we still hit. And can you follow up, or is Rabizaso in your way?
Sure thing.
Okay, Rabizaso's over there. I think that's far enough away to not worry us too much. And we did. Between the two of you, we got rid of the shield. And that's a beautiful sight. What I'm going to do now is send some explosives in here between these two. Ooh, did you notice that hit our turret? And Citizen Andrew. Thankfully not Skidoo. And we may blow away some of that flame right off the bat, but you know, the flame did its job, and we did. And we have another, yeah, we did its damage, and we have another one to throw again into the midst. And I'm all for doing damage, because look at that. He's not burning for 10 more times. He's bleeding and burning for a lot less. We're going to send in the other spider drone. Or, yeah, we did send one. We did have one out here now, didn't we? And it didn't do much damage to the shield bearer, because we were up close. But I do like hitting his Acheron with another explosion. And the Acheron is getting down there for burning 40, bleeding 80. So it's not a one-turn death yet, but we have a few other shots that might help in that area. And what I'm going to do, do I have any more? Well, let's see. Before I do that, you wouldn't have a shot. So maybe before we throw a flaming grenade, we can try this little bit of a number to wear some of these guys down a little bit more. Little by little. This guy's bleeding 40 now with 60 health. This guy is getting down closer and closer, ever so close. So let's see. I don't think I have any more explosives that I'm going to throw into the opening. So what we're going to do is throw our next purification grenade right there. and get the fire a-burning. And now, that little extra little bit that we provided is going to have these two bleeding out. So there will be no resurrecting today. Absolutely not. And that Mindfragger will not get through. So we just have to now position ourselves, like you, Skidoo, out of line of sight of this lady, so we don't have to worry about mind control. So let's just get you over here in Overwatch. Jerry, we're going to do kind of the same with you, and then we'll bring you near the front so you can Overwatch and be in position to throw a grenade should we need it, is what I'm thinking. And we have 4% malfunction. We're just going to use a basic gun for now.
Anything that moves, dies.
And Siren, I'm going to keep you tucked away just so hopefully that Siren can't gain sight of you and mind control you from back here and then back off. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So you have it easy this turn. And then we're going to set our Overwatches. And Joe Expendable, you're back to full strength, and yeah, we're going to follow the same theory I just told you about. We're going to just back you off out of line of sight for this turn. Citizen Andrew, we're going to start bringing you over this way. And we are going to shoot out another spider drone just so we have it as an option. We'll get the free reload and we'll be ready to shoot a couple out next turn. And we might as well give you an Overwatch because we can. Also, the Mindfragger acid explosion kind of cause that to be a possibility without so much flame out there. And I thought that was weird that he could move in so far and shoot us before we were able to Overwatch back. And I guess Andrew's big enough to be a target of a shotgun at a distance. Alright. Now this guy's an Acheron tyrant, so we shouldn't have as much of an issue with him. I am going to check that we don't have any marked kind of individuals out here. And so far we're not seeing any. The Siren has, okay, she's kept herself, I was going to say, she's keeping herself quiet so far. And this guy didn't quite bleed out, so I guess the combination of bleeding and fire didn't quite do the job, but it sure will upcoming this turn. So I think it is time, because of what just happened, first of all, to get you guys healed. One at a time, of course. Actually, we can also get you healed with our bud over here. Joe Expendable average. So I'm going to move here. That will allow me to heal and then maybe get on Citizen Andrew just to move out of the way a little more rapidly.
Not a problem.
And that way we'll get the healing done.
That looks like it hurts.
So we don't have to fret and worry over some unlucky combo of events happening. I'm not going to explode the spider drone this time. We're going to keep him right here front and center as a nice little distraction. And then see what we can do. A lot of Mindfraggers on this one. A lot of Mindfraggers. But, you know, they're not going to hurt us. Now we got to see what we can do against this guy. So I'm thinking about not doing Overwatch with our snipers. And maybe even see about climbing them back up here, working them back up that way afterwards to get at a safer distance We'll see. That may change my mind.
Let me see.
Okay, there we're kind of getting a different look. I'm going to go, we very well may hit the shield, but we'll kind of go a little higher so we have a chance to hit the carapace. And we hit the shield. I kind of expected that. And we're going to have another shield shot. More than likely. But once again, we're going to go high with the hopes of hitting the carapace.
Yeah.
And this time, we hit the carapace. And we have a nice turret that's going to go for the carapace also. Oh, well, the turret's just going to fire away. Because the turret isn't exact enough. And we may take, I think we're probably close enough in this instance, it'll be iffy for return fire. So I'm going to focus right there. That didn't look so promising. And we're hitting the shield some more.
I'm here.
I'm going to send our heavy in a little closer, just to really pound that shield so we can maybe follow up without that being an issue.
Acquiring targets.
And we got hit. Didn't even, you know, the you see how prior shots I was thinking about return fire, and this one was the farthest thing from my mind. But Coolio J, you know how it goes. You're heavy for a reason. I don't think I need to put any more flames down at the moment. We do have a thug, which is a little bit of a concern running through here. For that reason alone, I'm going to keep you guys here for Overwatch. And I'm going to bring you here maybe to heal Andrew and trade heals if it becomes necessary. So what we're going to do with you, Jerry Stray Catkins, is I think I can bring you right here and to get a nice shot on this guy. Without getting you too close to the opening, I'm going to take on that 4% malfunction chance and just center on in on this guy because he needs it. Okay. Now we have some others that we can also potentially bring in because he's fairly close and I can get a couple shots from our pistol, I do believe. Let's see what it looks like from here. If I need to take an extra step forward, I will. And I'm not going to forget. Now we have gun kata, so I'm going to use the gun kata for 2 more shots, and then I'm going to keep my actions a step back, because I have not forgotten, you may think I have, that there's a mind controller out there. So I want to stay around the corner a little bit.
On it.
Well, that was disappointing. You know, when you spend the will, you kind of want it to be productive. So you hit the first 2, and then we whiffed on the follow-ups. Well, I'm gonna keep you guys there, Overwatch, since you're looking a little spruced up now, and I think what we're gonna try and follow up with is the final shots here from you. Now we could also try a little quick aim. Keeping the same weapon in use. And there you go. I guess we'll stop using the Redemptor for half a moment. And we're going to come over here. We're going to come up pretty close.
Heading out.
Because we do not have to worry about return fire. And it looks like the best place for us to work is that arm. And it looks like we may finally have him bleeding out, burning out, whatever you want. And we're going to back you off. We're going to back you off. And our heavy's going to be the tough guy in this situation. And then we also have you, GP. Yeah, we're going to send you guys on Overwatch in case that Triton comes through. So we're gonna extend out the Overwatch a little bit. And if the Triton wants to shoot from there, fine. It's a shotgun. But I'm a little nervous about the... Oh, this guy's pretty close, but he's relatively weak compared to others. So we'll see. We may need a little refresher of fire coming up soon, but we'll play it like this. And then as far as who's left, it's you. And we're going to at least do the distraction thing to maybe get them to shoot at these things. And if not, we'll blow them up. And who's left? Citizen Andrew, I think we're just going to keep you there because I don't want to get in front of their Overwatch. You'll be very nearby for healing should we need it. Way to drop him, Robbie Zasso. She's frenzying the Triton so he can maybe run through the flames. He's trying. Yeah. I had a feeling he might try to do that at a distance, but I wasn't too worried. And you notice their own acid. They're injuring their own guys with their acid. What I'm going to try doing myself is my lead drone is coming through here to try and reach the lady back here. And I don't know if we're quite going to get her, but we're going to start trying. And then my other drones will probably start moving forward a little bit because they're hardy. They don't burn so much. And there's a second. Oh, there's multiple Sirens out here. So this is not the initial one I was thinking. And this one does have Psychic Scream, in addition to Mind Control. So we do have to be aware of this little situation. What I'm probably going to do, we can kill this guy. We're going to keep ourselves to the side because for the most part, what we know of is the two Sirens. And I'm going to throw another fire grenade to fill out the fire because if Sirens are running through the fire, they are not going to die from it. Okay, and this guy, I might not have to deal with him anymore. He may have enough flames and blood to take him down. Now the bleeding is 70. That alone takes him out, so we don't even have to worry about him. What I am going to do is send in the drones. I'm going to park one right kind of hiding behind the dead carcass here. Oh, unless I don't think I can run quite that far. Oh, I was hoping. I thought that sounded fitting. But they don't burn, as in case you couldn't tell. But they may get killed by claws. But either way, they will have done their job. And if it stops them up to try and kill them with those claws on the Sirens, we're going to have some more close enough to explode on them. And the same difference doing what I just did. I could have just reloaded without moving it, and we would have used the same actions. But oh well. We'll overwatch with the crossbow.
I'm on Overwatch.
And pretty much we're going to do a lot of Overwatch on this one. We don't have that many shooters out there that we're aware of anymore. What I am going to do is back off my snipers though, so they aren't in range of mind control, so a Siren would have to come through here, either one, in order to try their little mind control games. And we won't be close enough, and yet we can still Overwatch. How's that for an idea? And we'll come back here to heal one. And Andrew, you can handle healing the other. And we'll get your strongest armor facing forward. Alright, I'm going to back us off just a little bit so we can still Overwatch and try and get out of any line of sights that might be coming our way. I'm going to back you way over here, Jerry Stray Catkin, since you can't Overwatch anyway.
Standing by.
Coolio J, you can Overwatch, and we got to get you healed before something unfortunate and dangerous like a Siren charges through the fire and can reach you and claw you. So let's just Overwatch. Soren, we're keeping you out of sight, but what I am going to do is kind of bring you out here centrally.
I'm going.
Do this. So everybody is frenzied up in case the screamer comes by trying to harm us that way.
Looks dangerous.
Looks very dangerous. And do I see anybody here? Not really, so we're not going to waste the ammo on that. And let's do our Overwatches.
Nothing will get past me.
And I think that's it. The Mindfraggers has seen enough of their friends go through that fire. And she frenzied herself, her teammates up after they moved. I like that kind of thinking in the Siren. Now this one can be targeted.
What's the plan?
I think once we kind of move around. So what I can do is this. And get one of my concerns taken care of. There we go. And Skidoo, you're only slightly injured, but you're next in line. Now let's take a look at our snipers. And we can get some plain old non-Overwatch shots out there, so we will. I don't really want an injector. Oh man, we really can't see her, can we? So she did a good job of hiding, to be quite honest, but I'm still going to try. And we hit her? How about that? How about that? So you probably won't be so lucky, but I will bring you out just because of the angle. Well, you know, let's keep multiple angles. Because I believe, Robbie Zasso, you have the double shot. You have kill zone, or whatever the heck it is called. Yes, it is. So you have that. So I want you to be overwatching for when she makes her appearance next.
I'm here.
And then Expendable Joe. So they're very careful about what they're doing. And I do have one spider drone. She was only able to kill one. And I'm going to keep the fire burning in front of us and blow away the fire. In fact, we'll blow away a little less of the fire from right here and still hurt the Siren. Okay. We blew away that Acheron husk. That was kind of cool. So she's bleeding and burning, but healthy. So the question is, can I get an angle from you? And this is what I'm thinking. I follow Andrew straight behind you. Oh, Andrew can't move. So this may not be the turn to get in the line of sight of a mind controller where she can just run around the corner and get away from you. So we will not play that game this turn. What I will do is move a spider drone in here a little farther to tempt this lady to come after it and run into the brick wall that's called the kill zone. And then everybody else is going to build the traditional wall of Overwatch over here and see what we can do that way.
Holding position.
I got this covered.
My turn.
Siren, you're going to stay hidden, at least for this turn. I'm not having you run through the fire, so stay put. Expendable Joe, we'll keep you back in this general area. What the heck, we'll do a random Overwatch just because you're here.
Got you covered.
Ready.
We are able to get some more drones out now. Every little bit helps when you're dealing with Sirens. And Robbie Zasso, you're the one with the deadly Overwatch. Get it set.
On Overwatch. Let them come.
Come on, lady. Get in here. There you go. Oh, she didn't set it off. She didn't set off the Overwatch. But she lost her head, so she has no mind control. So the scariest part of her arsenal is gone, and both her arms are burning, so that's why she's running away. She has no offense left. So therefore, I'm sending, I already spent on the spider drone. We're going to send, no, that was a misclick. Like ever there was a misclick. You're burning. Well, you ran through there so fast you aren't burning. Let me send you right back here so you can be healed. You must all know I was looking, I repeat, I was looking at the spider drone here and did not click on it. Typical commander. And somehow you ran so fast, Jerry, that it's not showing that you need healing. Wow. Commander was fortunate that you did not burn. What kind of protection do you have? Fire protection in here? Is this one of your historical things that is part of your history that protected you? Not that I see, but I'm not going to argue, Jerry. You just you're so fast. You're faster than fire. That's pretty wild. Okay, we do have that thing there. The fire's still burning. I'm going to bring these guys out to tempt the lady. Tell her to come on over and don't make us go through, because we will enforce after the fire goes out. So spider drones are done. And now that mind control's off the table, I can start bringing you out for Overwatch now. We don't have to worry about that little problem. In fact, we can bring all of us
I'm here.
who didn't waste their movement out here to start providing Overwatch. going Overwatch crazy.
On Overwatch. Let them come.
And Citizen Andrew. Oh, there's a spider drone there. Let's get that in to join the party. And we'll move you forward just that little extra bit. Well, that's weird that you can't move through here. That's really weird. We'll just keep you there. And by Acheron, we have one more spider drone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it'll be your turn to come on down also.
Let's do this. They're not getting past me.
She's going to make us have to come through there. To kill her, that silly Siren. Good pistol shot.
Bad luck.
Oh, I think we got some acid on us, but I don't think it's going to hurt us too bad. And do you notice how she ran upstairs? To make it harder for us to get to her? Now I wonder, from down below, will we have the ability to see her up there?
What now?
And the answer would appear to be no. So it doesn't appear that we can see her through there. Okay, she hasn't come out onto the gangplank yet, or whatever you want to call that walkway. So that's why we can't see her. She's hidden behind. Not a problem. As long as we keep ourselves frenzied, we'll be fine. And with the departure, so what we're going to do is explode this thing. Let's just get rid of this Mindfragger. I'm tired of him. He's timid. He's not coming through the fire. And he's now a non-factor. What we'll do is we'll start taking our spider drones to chase the lady. And then we'll get the rest of us closer, since all she can do is frenzy and claw us, which is dangerous enough as far as the claw is concerned. And what we can do with you, Citizen Andrew, is dash you out here. And then find a way we can get you through there somehow. So I guess some of us might have to move out of the way. In fact, I don't even know if you can fit through there. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Skidoo. You might be... Oh, you might just have an angle there to let her know we see her.
Finger on the trigger.
And I can't see her through the smoke, so we will do a blind shot. And it didn't sound like we hit her. But that was interesting to know. So we'll have some Overwatch in case she's feeling drawn in because of you. And it looks like we are unfrenzied. I thought I frenzied, and at least Coolio J should have been picked up. So I don't know why the frenzy didn't take. We better recover, because we are prone right now because of this to her scream. Holy smokes, that's not good. Some of us may panic this turn. What do you know?
I'll keep both eyes open.
We're going to take a malfunction chance on this Overwatch just because she's a hefty lady. So Citizen Andrew, you can come through here. And you know what I'm going to do is have you do just that. and kind of block her from coming through. How about that? Well, no, because we do kind of want to shoot at her now, don't we? No, it looks you cannot get through. And is that because of this carcass? I bet you it's because of this carcass. Holy smokes, I don't even think... Oh, you can back up. So you have a reverse. So we'll move in reverse. It's weird that you could turn around in that tight spot, but you couldn't get past to the Acheron legs. Something to file away, right? No, you're in the way. I don't want to get in the way of their overwatches. So let's see if Commander pays for his upcoming mistake. She's screaming. How did she... This one didn't have mind control, I swear. Come on now. Come on now. What's going on here? So this is what I'm going to do. And then we're going in after her big time. It may sting a little, but I'm planning to paralyze you so you can't hurt us. There you go. And then I'm going to see who might have a grenade that we can throw out here, and we're going to play zippity zap with this lady after we explode a few times. Always something new to experience. I swear, did we not check, or did they switch places and fool me? No, it was. I'm mistaken. It was mind control, and that's why I didn't worry about her being behind the wall, because she couldn't see us. Ay, 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 ay. Commander's memory strikes again. All right, so we're going to come through this just fine. We had a backup. We were able to protect ourselves. Everything's going to be okay, guys. Now what I want to do is find someone that has some grenades like you, Siren. And see if we can actually blow some of this blockage out of the way. See, another leg disappeared, but I don't think you'll be able to fit through still. So Jerry, we're going to try the trick with you also. And we will now find out if Andrew can actually, because if he can get this far, with those out of the way, you dang well better be able to get the rest of the way. That's what I'm thinking. And we'll find out next turn.
I'm here. Here we go.
Run back. Give yourself some distance. We'll set our overwatches and wait her out.
Got you covered.
And who's left? Aha, Biaclonic. Oh, we have another spider drone to run in. Okay, she's a lot closer. Now we get to find out, why can you not get through that opening? What? There's nothing in the way to stop you, Andrew. Oh well. We have other options. And one of those options is, well, Not quite there yet. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to move you out here. There's something funky in the floor there, just like there's something funky in the floor here that is not friendly
Going in.
to our Speeda, to Citizen Andrew. We're going to hide everybody out of mind control sight. We will be able to put some overwatches on.
Yes. I'm going.
From our snipers, and we will do that. And by Acheron, because, well, she better not be able to see him. And she needs to come out and say hello. We're going to take a chance with this malfunctioning weapon in case she comes around the corner at us. And we'll also put you on Overwatch in case she comes towards you. There we go. We enticed her finally. Took a lot of effort to entice her to come in towards us. And we got a promotion, Joe Expendable Average. So out of all that pain in the butt with our Sirens, we got a nice little promotion out of it. So good job, team. Alrighty, so we actually picked up and gained an extra shotgun on that. We'll see if we can find somebody who can use that. Our supplies are okay-ish still, so that's the good news. And we're flying down here. Now, we saw a flyer. I thought I saw a flyer, a supply flight. So there is one that's out. I think it's still underneath the behemoth, so we can't exactly tell. Oh yeah, there it is. It is a Barreth. And there are, yeah, we're getting to the point. I think the bottom one is a ram. The spikes I know we can deal with. So we might, based on the weaponry at least, might still be able to deal with this thing. We'll get a sense. It's pointing over this way, so maybe what we do with our two aircraft here, until we see where it changes direction to, we pause at this base where we think it might go. And then we'll keep our eyes open beyond that. And then let's take a look at our other ships. We will be able to get moving here. We got to get everybody back on board our two aircraft here. So the Hunter Robin will take some, and Nefertiti will take the others. And Alaska. Let's do our promotion. And you're proficient with heavy weapons. I don't know that's quite the mix, quite the right mix for you. So we're just going to go this way and spend this way a little bit. Having extra speed can be helpful in getting out turrets. Having some extra will to build up for when you get remote control is also, in my mind, not a bad way to spend SP. And that's the way I chose to do it. Okay, the experimental treatment for you. Let's get people loaded up before I start thinking about experimental treatment. It's very easy to get Commander distracted. So Hunter Robin will fill you up first. And then we can also throw in Citizen Andrew. And you should be full. Everybody else is going on Nefertiti, no relation. And let's just do a double check. Nefertiti, and nobody's stamina was totally wiped out on that, so that's good. And I just wanted to do a double check, and we are good to go. So this team now gets to get a fly-in. And the first place I'm going to fly this team may not make sense to some of you, but I am determined to get all our initial 30 who signed up their characters ASAP, and there is a heavy right there that I believe, let's double check, that we can afford with what we have right now. So that's where I'm going, because I am finally determined to get this thing done and hired. There we go. As far as anybody else, who else is on the move? They are on the move. We're still recovering here, so we will continue to recover just a little bit longer here. Let's get going. And it is coming towards us. I think the direction we saw him facing is exactly. He basically that was the Bareth's tell. We knew where he was going, so we just got to wait for him to show up. Well, this ship's flying away, and the Bareth just stopped. So there must be some site here. I don't know how the heck we were supposed to. We've covered all the question marks here. So about the only way we could have picked it up is by getting the radar. I don't even know if this radar would have reached. So the Bareth stopped, and I was like, what the heck? It's because there's something there. So we aren't going to be able to fight the Bareth right away. How frustrating is that? Let's just let a little more time go. Yeah, it's at its site. It's a supply run. It is already there to do what it's going to do, and there's nothing I can do about it except wait for another flyer. So I guess what we'll do is come down where we originally were going to go, kind of centrally located, for when the next flyer comes out, and we won't be able to do anything about this one. And this one looked like one we could have combated too, and I worry that the next one won't be so easy. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. How is our other ship looking as far as getting their individuals healed? We're looking pretty good. Machine Hater. So this team, while there's no medbay here, this team is ready to fly. And did I put everybody back on? We have 5 here, 6, 7. So we have a full team. So this is where I'm flying. And we are going to keep our eyes open. I'm actually going to keep my eyes open on the flyers, looking for another one to come off. And we are going to do a hire. And we got ourselves a new soldier right here who will be named soon next episode. In fact, I'm going to end it here because that mission probably went long enough as it is already. We're flying towards our next mission, which is seeking the Firebird with this team. So I think we're pretty well set up for our next mission happening, as we expect. And then we got this team ready, and I'll take a moment to figure out where I want them to go. And that's how we'll do it. That's how we'll deal with it for now. I hope you enjoyed today's mission, in spite of the ornery sirens that we had to deal with. And other than that, that's it. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you, as always, next time.